Hello, we've got some great entries to go over from the Naihanchi Shodan, and one of the most exciting ones for me is trapping. So remember, the entry is part of the 3 goals of combat that were taught to SEAL Team 6 by my instructor. So we got the entry, and then we're looking to, after that, to create pressure, to break posture so we can set up that finish. Now, in MMA, we've got to be concerned with some things here. Those MMA skills are going into street violence, and trapping, if you stay out in trapping range, it can be dangerous because they can still get some strikes in there on you. So I don't like to stay in trapping range. I like to use the trap as a way to set up the clinch. So you'll see that as we move forward. There are complex traps in the Naihanchi Shodan. I will show you that to have a complete picture. Some people may have the hand speed to pull them off. There may be some other unique situations where they just make sense to somebody. So that's why I like to give you a complete picture. But for myself, I tend to stay with a basic trap, basic trap strike or a pull strike, and use that to get into my clinch. So we're going to go into the basic trap strike. It comes off, and the kata, after we've done the inverted punch, we have this position. This is the trap strike, okay, represented by this position. So I'm going to get Glenn in here, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to set this up. I'm going to give you 3 ways to use this trap strike, all right? One of the most basic is for you to initiate the situation. You might use the backhanded strike out of the kata as a strike to the eyes, or a back fist even. When you do that, what I'm trying to do is to get him to put up an obstruction for me. I'm trying to get him to put up this front arm for me, okay? So if I'm in here and I throw that back fist, I'm looking for that, okay? Now I'm going to do the trap. Now this is only a momentary trap. I'm going to shuffle my feet in at the same time I push his arm towards him. Look at what it's done to his posture. So even though it's an entry, I'm already working on pressure. You're going to find that while we have these 3 goals, they're a little blurred as to how they all fit together. We just want to achieve those 3 goals. Okay, scoot this way just a little bit. So again, as I come in, there's the back fist, and I come in with my trap and I strike. And you can see the position from the kata. Okay? Now, the hand being turned over is because, put you on this angle, sometimes we clock when we do this strike. We don't come straight in. So again, same thing. I might set him up with that back fist, and now watch how I sidestep as I come in. So now I'm a little off to the side and I'm hitting him with a hammer fist instead. Just a variation on the trap strike, whether it's this way or this way. It just depends on whether you're coming in straight or you're coming around the corner. Okay? Now, it's very important that you shuffle your feet in as you do this. So scoot over here for a second. Another entry might be if he throws a back fist at me. So if he throws a back fist and I block it, as he returns, I can come in and do this as well. Okay? I can use my trap strike at that point. Another way I might get into it is if you have a good feeling for the opponent, or you have a good ability to ride a jab or a strike, I might follow his jab back. So as he throws a jab on me, I suck away from it, then I follow it back and I come in. Notice, look at the penetration because of my feet going in. I'm already breaking his posture by taking up all that space that goes in there. A good follow-up, we'll switch sides, is the underhook and reverse collar, okay? Which is another meaning of this position, right? So this is a trap strike, but it's also the underhook and reverse collar. If you get a chance, make sure you watch the video that I've done on explaining how to interpret kata, and understand that the postures in kata can have several different meanings. So again, I'm gonna initiate this time. So I'm gonna come in again. I'm gonna go for his eyes. Boom! I'm in. I've hit. Okay. Now I've done it like the kata that time. Bam! Now what I'm gonna do is swim this arm in, hook his neck, a little knee bump there to pike him, and now I'm in my underhook and reverse collar position. Okay. So let's just pick up the speed a little bit on this. Boom! I'm in. Pop! And I'm there. Okay. So as far as the hands go, watch the hands again. Boom, bam. Okay? Notice I'm pushing into him. Now, should he block that, I'm going to get different amounts of pressure on the hand that blocks. So if he just kind of comes to center line and interrupts my ability to hit him, I can just redo the strike again, okay? So I'll give you an example of that. So this time I'm throwing a straight punch and he blocks it, all right? As I come in, he blocks it right there. One of the things I could do is just take this same hand that was trapping here, trap there, and now I'm in again, okay? Back to that same position. All right, so again, boom, boom, boom. This also leads into a little discussion, because I often get asked, what if you throw the back fist, the jab, whatever you're trying to initiate his response from, and he doesn't block with the front hand, he blocks with the backhand, okay? So usually if that's going to happen, it's because he's more in a boxer's L. See how Glenn immediately turned towards him? He's kind of taking this position without this hand being high, okay? And they'll block with that backhand, okay? So what we just did on the double, I'll do again. I'll trap and strike, okay? So notice I've gone in again. I've got him trapped here, but I'm also trapping this side of his body momentarily too. So let's take you on this angle so they can see that a little bit. Boom. Boom. Okay. This structure here. Okay. So I momentarily have a trap. Is it going to last for a long time? No. It's just to get me into a clinch. From here, I can go into a clinch and I can start working from there, arm drag, whatever I want to do. So that would be a double trap strike if I did this. Okay. If he really pushes across with that hand, now we start getting into what I consider to be a little more complex trapping. Okay. That double happens so fast, pop, pop, that you're usually into the clinch as you're trying to do the second trap strike. And you're there. You're just not out in striking range anymore. For this next one, when I do a pull trap, you're going to see I end up out in striking range still. So he's going to block this time, but he's going to push across a little more. Okay, a little bit more force coming across. So I'm gonna let him set this one up. He throws a back fist at me. Boom! I block it. I come in. He's here. This bottom hand that was doing the trap comes up, and I'm here. Okay, so there's my double trap. Problem is, it doesn't stay trapped for long, and we've got this. Okay, so I'm still standing out here in range to a hook. Okay, that complex trap is from here to here. So that second trap is this position. Okay, to try to show that, let's put you on a 45. Okay, so he attacks me. Boom! I come back. All right, so there's my first position. As I come up, there's my second position. Boom. Okay. All right, where could you go from here? Right into the yoi, okay, as far as clinching. So that would be a very quick way to go right into yoi, nail him with a knee to the groin, and start working him off balance with steering wheels. The next complex trap uses the trap strike, okay, the double position, and then a trap strike on the other side, okay. So what's happening here, I'll initiate. So I throw, I come in, and he blocks. What I'm going to do is take this hand that's right here, and I'm going to throw it straight into his gut. Bring it up, and now trap strike on this side. Okay? So in the camera, what's happening is I'm coming in, boom, trap strike, then I'm striking as I cross his center line, come up on the other side, and then trap strike in on this side. Okay? Let's try and work that a little bit at an angle, see if they can see that. I'm afraid my back is going to cut this off a little bit, but I'll try it from another angle as well. Okay, so he throws at me. Boom, I come in. There's my trap strike. There's my strike. I come up on the other side, trap strike in on this side. I could go into an arm bar or something fancy like that. I would tend to take his back then. Okay, it's a little safer maneuver than necessarily going for the arm bar. Okay. Let's see if we can do that at another angle. Let's do this. Right here at this angle. Okay. I'll initiate. So boom, boom. Here's where I throw that punch. You can see I'm crossing center line. I come up and a trap strike in on the other side. The thing I want you to notice though is look at what he can do with the hand over here. Watch. Boom. So that's what I mean about, hey, complex trapping looks really, really cool. You can learn to do it really, really fast, and it's very impressive. I just feel like it leaves that opportunity for somebody to get a strike in there and knock you out, okay? So instead of crossing center line like that, okay, oops, sorry, switch up. All right, if I was coming in and I ended up here and he blocked it, that's okay. I'll just strip it and I'm right in to an underhook and reverse collar, okay? So let me just show that one more time. Scoot this way just a little bit. So I'm here, I come in, he blocks it, I just strip, throw a knee strike, and I'm in underhook and then I can change to underhook and reverse collar, okay? And that puts me in a much more commanding position. I have much better control. So again, the idea of traps is a way to get into a clinch. So it is part of that pressuring phase that comes off of the entry. So we got the entry, we pressure, and then we're looking to get them into that clinch so that we can get to our finish. Please help us continue to bring you some great videos by subscribing to our channel and sharing our videos.